Happy Monday. It is the 22nd of January, about 7:30 p.m. Welcome to another week of training. And today's a special Monday because it is officially race week. This Sunday we have our half marathon down in Florida. So this week will be a taper week. Mileage will be light. So if you want to see how an average dude goes about his week, training, working, building towards triathlons, and a sub 3-hour marathon time, then feel free to follow on along. A long day. I just straight up didn't want to get up this morning. It's been interesting. I go through these spurts where every morning I just get up, I'm ready to go, excited, getting out of bed's easy. I don't know if it's like just my circadian rhythm, or I've been kind of behind on sleep, admittedly. I mean, that's probably it. If I were to guess, maybe that has something to do with it. But I slept in today, which means that I have to go get my run in this evening. Because I don't have any rules about when I have to run. You know, it doesn't have to be in the morning, it just has to get done. Problem is, I just don't want to go, right? I don't know. I think that sometimes the motivation it takes to get out of bed and go run in the morning is less than the motivation that it takes to go out and run after a long day when you're just exhausted and want to lay on the couch. I think that laying on the couch after a long day, or laying in bed after a long day and watching YouTube, I think that is a better feeling. I think that I would choose that experience over an extra hour or 2 hours of sleep in the morning. I think that adds up. Right? Like if I could go back in time and choose to get out of bed this morning and just lay on the couch instead this evening, that's what I would do. But granted, I guess this morning I chose to stay in bed. I think that it takes more discipline to do whatever you're doing in the present moment. How about that? It's always hard to make the hard decision now, right? So I guess the part that comes with not getting out of the bed in the morning is that you kind of just like delay the inevitable. Right? I guess that's what procrastination is. But you know, sometimes I do genuinely enjoy the mornings, especially when it feels good outside. It's freaking miserable outside. It's a lot harder for me to get to the gym when I have to hit the treadmill. Now, on the other hand, I'm gonna lift today. Wasn't supposed to be really on the docket, but I mean, through the day, I'm not as sore anymore. And I had a lot of calories in me today, so I should be able to get a nice chest day in as well. So it's 7:30, probably get done running by like 8:30. Hopefully I can be back here by 9:30. I don't even know if this gym is open. I might need to go to another gym. But anyway, before I sit here all freaking night, let's head on out. Raw 5 miles. That was not fun. I don't know what's wrong, what's going on. There was some serious strain on my stomach, you could say. Step after step after step. I had to step out halfway through and make my way up to the bathroom. We survived, and I'm like the only one in the gym. We got 30 minutes on the clock, and we got a chest pump on the menu. So we'll see what we can do. Going up here, we got food on the way, and we're gonna be back. We'll see. We should be back tomorrow morning. But that is a Monday in the books. Mondays historically, other than weekends, Mondays are probably my favorite weekday to train. I don't know, I've just been doing a much better job personally of pushing harder in the weight room, which I guess is ironic to say tonight after a 15-20 minute lift, but nonetheless, I want to go eat and sleep.
It's Tuesday, 6:30. in the morning, we got up this morning, so we're gonna chop up a little apple, some quick little calories in, and head off to the gym. Chest is a bit sore already from yesterday. Got some pretty solid sleep actually. Feel pretty good. And today we're gonna go knock out an easy 4 miles on the treadmill. And then we're gonna hit a little back day. And by a little back day, I mean everything but a little. We're gonna go get her done. Last night I got some hibachi, chicken and steak, veggies, fried rice, and sushi. Had a big old dinner. I'm getting calories up. My weight's been down, but it's race week, so I want to eat a lot this week. I want to really fuel myself, be getting a lot of energy. And I guess starting tomorrow, I'll probably start trying to sleep a little bit more as well.
It's another day in the books. We're gonna run, we're gonna lift, we got a little sauna, we got a little shower. I've been enjoying the sauna. Now, do I feel any different on days that I do the sauna versus don't do the sauna? No. Does it really do anything? Debatable, maybe. Do I still enjoy getting in there? Yeah. You know, just one of those things. So, quality session tomorrow, and then easy stretch of low mileage until race day Sunday. All right, it is now 8 p.m. and we have arrived at Massage Envy. We made an absolute trek to get out here. None of the 3 locations, there's like 3, maybe 2 locations that are somewhat close to me. They never have slots this late, especially not for firm or deep pressure. So we made the hike out here to get the massage in. Normally wouldn't do it, not a big deal, but it is race week. So really want to prioritize recovery. And I find massages really do help my recovery. Well, that is when they're good, right? If it's a real firm, deep pressure, like really pushing on you type of massage. Like if you're going in and you're just getting rubbed with oil, right? Like that's not helping your recovery. Maybe it feels nice, yeah, but it's not fueling your performance. I did go to Massage Envy. It's not ideal, but as I travel, I can go to whatever location, wherever. It's a convenience thing, right? And the hours are really good. But like they're supposed to do kind of like full body massage every time. One of the things you got to do, and I learned this the hard way, like I would always walk out and be like, I didn't really get that good of a massage. It wasn't exactly like what I needed, right? Because you're just too like apprehensive to ask for specifically what I want. So now, and guys, you should do this, like not just in massages, but like anything in life. It's like when you're paying for a service, like get what you need. So now I go in there, I'm like, hey, here's the deal. I'm a runner. I got a race this week. I put a bunch of miles on my legs. I'm in rough shape. I am not here to feel good. I am not here to enjoy this next hour. I'm here to recover. And today I can only get a 60-minute session. So I'm going to say I want to spend the whole hour only lower body, only on my legs, and just let them go to town. And if they're not doing firm enough pressure, right, provided you booked that level of pressure, like ask, speak up. Don't be afraid to be just direct and straight up. Still friendly. But, dude, once you do that, like, it's a game changer. So, hoping to get a really good session in here tonight. And then start recovering. Hope the drive was worth it. We're back from the massage. It was good. It was good, you know? Massage Envy is kind of like the great clips of massages. All right, why do you go? It's super convenient. All right, you can book at all kinds of times. They're there till 9 p.m. You know, schedule's open, bunch of locations, same place nationwide, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Like Planet Fitness. All right, but what does that also mean? It means you're rolling the dice. It means that you might not quite get the best or have the best experience. Tonight, though, was actually really good. Anyway, we have a glorious meal awaiting right now. I was gonna come back and cook some ground beef, but guys, it's almost 10 p.m. Tired, right? You know how it goes, so that's not exactly going to happen. So instead, what do we have? Fried rice, a big old sauteed veggies. So we got a little hibachi action going on tonight. This has been the go-to, I guess, lately. You know, when you can't order Chick-fil-A, when that's not on the meal plan, you better hope that you have a hibachi restaurant close. So look at that. It's a big old freaking bowl. I'm not going to get through all that tonight. I also got some phenomenal looking sushi. So, anyways, guys, that's a day. We're going to slam this food and we're going to ship off to bed as soon as I can. And we have a quality session tomorrow. So, I will see you guys probably somewhere around right here in the morning.
Morning, you guys. All right. It's Wednesday, 8:30 a.m. Man, I was a sleepy guy. Don't need a lift today, so slept in a little extra. Oh, but we have a quality session today. I don't know how many miles. I think it's like 5 miles-ish. So nothing crazy distance-wise, but it's pouring outside. And I really want to go run in the rain. It's a little bit warmer today. By warmer, I mean not freezing. So, we'll see. I'm not going to make any commitments right now in this video. But I think I'm going to go run outside. I'd like to go run outside. We'll see how it feels. But we have some intervals today. 1 minute intervals at race pace. And this is a big reason why I want to do it outside. It's my last chance to feel what these race paces are going to be. And I haven't run these race paces in a while. I mean, very sparsely, if ever. Which is 6:50 minute per mile pace. So, to do the math for you, that is a 3-hour marathon pace. That is an hour 30 half marathon pace. Which is scary to me, for sure. But dude, if I could run 6:50, in this race, I'm gonna be stoked. Oh my gosh. It'll be a huge confidence boost for being able to run a sub 3-hour marathon this year. I'll wake up here, get outside. I'm sure the rain will wake me up. And we'll get running. My throat, so, man, I'm getting a little sick. It's like something's in there, but my immune system's just so good that it's like keeping it at bay. That's the way I like to think about it. Yeah, I don't think this is my beach. This has been the biggest stretch of awful weather. Makes me excited though, so we fly out Saturday to Florida. So it should be a nice little break. But again, stop complaining, John. Stop complaining. I'm out here with no gloves, with no hat, with no face shield, right? The temperature is manageable. The rain isn't even coming down that hard right now. Let's just hope that the trail's not flooded over. The water might be too high. But it's like eerie and boggy. Actually, I actually do like, why is the Christmas tree still up? But I actually do quite like these kinds of runs. Right, guys? These are the kinds of runs where you get out there and you just know. Because I know, all you guys watching this video, I mean, however many people are ever going to see this, 1% of you, maybe not even that, I don't know. Nobody else is out here running. You know how many other people I'm going to see on the trail? Zip. Right? So it's moments like that that reinforce the level of commitment and dedication that you actually have towards your goal. And as much as I want to go see other people winning and other people working, it is still a reminder that like you are willing to go the extra mile. It's a good reminder for yourself that you're willing to do what it takes, and you want to have those reminders, right? You want to give yourself those reminders. You want to prove to yourself and show yourself that you are willing to do the things. Like, that's how you build self-confidence. That's how you build self-belief, is that you prove to yourself that you're going to do what it takes to accomplish your goals. And you only do that by taking the actions to get there, by not making excuses, by not pushing things off all the time. And sometimes by just running in the cold rain and saying, fuck it. We're looking good. Into the abyss. Now the working sets, the 650 paces, easy. It's kind of hard to find your pace when you only have a minute. Right, sometimes it takes a minute, 90 seconds. If you're going too slow, speed up, check your watch, let it catch up. So it's harder to find the pace, but it is easy. Granted, I mean, there's a lot of paces that feel easy in 1 minute intervals, but nonetheless, still a confidence boosting workout. That's all we want. We're feeling strong going into race weekend. Legs are feeling good.
Morning. It is Friday, 6:20 in the morning, and we gotta go train. And we are 3 weeks out from race day. 3 days out from race day. 3 days. We're gonna go head off to the gym. We have our last run today before the race, just a little 3-mile easy run. So we're gonna knock out those miles real quick. We're gonna hit a really good shoulder day today. Yesterday was a nice little rest day. I mean, race day weeks are always easy. You know, they're tapered down. So it's January 26th, so it's been about 4 weeks, you know, being back dialed in. And that's the thing, guys. Training's still easy right now. You know? So it's something that I need to acknowledge. Now, on one hand, you want a training routine that's sustainable, right? You don't want something that like you can only do for a few weeks and you fall off the wagon. And I'm not saying I have that. However, I do have a fairly intense level of commitment that I made for this year that's not going to be super easy to sustain. So it's worth noting that we're still really early in the journey. So one, to be aware of that and know that like things will get harder. Know that things will get uncomfortable and I will feel that lag, I will feel that struggle. And two, to enjoy it while I'm still here, you know? To enjoy it while I'm still here. So, let's get off to the gym. Now, one other little flex on you guys. I'm green recovery 6 out of the last 7 mornings. Now, we're not 7 out of 7. I am human, after all. But 6 out of 7. That's not bad, dude. Now that is what you call a perfect pour. And that's also what you call a great day in the gym. It was solid. Great little 3-mile run. Great little shoulder workout, a little sauna session, shower, now ready to go. Been a good month. Now the hay is in the barn. I probably will just take a day off tomorrow. I probably won't lift again until Sunday, just to give my body a big chance to, Monday, to give my body a chance to recover and be ultra prepared for race day. But it's been good. I've been dialed in. I've said for months now that like my physique wasn't really progressing the way I want. I'm not feeling as good in the gym. That my strength my strength really hasn't changed still. But I've talked about like how I'm already putting in so much work, right? Already in the gym so much, already going on so many runs, like already doing and putting in so much time and effort, right? But putting in a lot of time and effort isn't always enough, right? You can do a lot, but still not make the progress that you want. Effort alone, high effort alone, is enough. Right, sometimes like you really got to do the small things, right? The big thing that I neglected was always nutrition and recovery, right? I mean, you can only eat so many deep dish pizzas and Chick-fil-A twice a day if you want to really make progress with your physique. And I'm not looking to bulk and put on size and really execute properly in the gym. I just wanted to lean out, have a better looking physique, and still maintain such a super high level of fitness in my running, which endurance training is the number one priority right now, to be clear. Right? It's not putting on size and strength in the gym. Although I would like to go through a season of that at some point. But it's like if I'm already putting in like 85% effort threshold, like I'm waking up, I'm putting in the miles, right? I'm doing all these things at 85% capacity. It's like going from 85 to 90% capacity even. Just going that small extra mile, being a little bit more disciplined, putting a little bit more effort, planning a little bit further ahead. I really believe that those marginal increases in effort can have pretty tremendous impact on the results that you're getting, right? Because it's not like that much harder to also track my macros. It's not that much harder to also shift the food I've been taking in. Like I'm still eating a decent amount of calories. I'm still fueling myself properly, but I'm just preparing and not settling for DoorDashing shit food and saying like, oh, I run a lot, so I can just eat whatever I want. And yeah, maybe there's seasons of that. But I think that's why I've been getting the results I've been getting so far in the past 30 to 45 days. I mean, I've been seeing progression that I haven't seen before. But I also realize, like, for some people, it's hard, right? It's hard to get to that 85%. Once you're at the 85%, getting to 90, it's like, it's not that hard. You've already developed such a deep level of self-control and discipline. I think that for most people, maybe you watching this video, it's like, how do you get to that 85% threshold? And that, I mean, I think the answer is really simple. I don't think it's like, you just have to force yourself to do it. I don't think that you just, like, build a disciplined muscle overnight. I think that over time, you become better at doing that. I think over time, it becomes easier to be disciplined and do things you don't want to do. I think the fact that I've ran for a few years now, I think that does play a role. And I think that running in general is easier to be disciplined with because there's not much effort, right? You're just going out there and putting easy miles on the legs. I think that plays a big factor. But I think that the reason why most people struggle with self-discipline and with consistency isn't just that they haven't developed it and learned how to do it. It's just that they don't care enough. All right? That's my take. If something's that important to you, if it's that big of a priority, then you don't need some inherent special level of discipline. You're just going to do it. Right? I think that you can make up for in self-discipline with pursuing something that actually matters. Right? Like, for example, if I have an ultra crazy high level of self-discipline, I can go force myself to do anything. Right? You can go do something that you don't want to do repeatedly over long periods of time and just force yourself to do it. However, I can have a very low threshold and level of self-discipline. But if there's something that I really care about doing and want to go do, then I don't need to be disciplined to go pursue it. I'm naturally just going to be inclined to want to go do it and get it done because I actually care about it. right? If I actually care about crossing the finish line in a sub 3 hour marathon that bad, I don't need a massive discipline muscle. I just need to realize that I would rather go out there and get the run in than sit here on the couch because I care about it more. Right? Because I want to do it. I'm choosing to do it. I'm not forcing myself to do something that I don't want to do necessarily. Maybe I am in the moment, but I know that it's in the pursuit of something that I actually care so deeply about. So reflect on that one. Like if you're struggling with consistency, if you're struggling with being disciplined, if you're struggling with following through on the goals that you set, don't look at like how you can build more discipline. Don't look at all the motivational videos. Can they help? Yeah. But we need to look at is how much you actually want it, how much you actually care about the accomplishment and the pursuit of the mission. How bad do you actually care about dropping the weight? How bad do you actually care about completing that race? How bad do you actually care about achieving that goal time, building that physique? Because the truth is, you probably don't care about it as much as you're telling yourself that you do. And that's also okay. Because I'd rather not care about something and not pursue it and slack off here and there and not get the results, acknowledging that, hey, I don't actually care that much about it, then lie to myself, convince myself that like I should be doing something that I don't actually care about, then not do it, then feel like a failure, then feel like I can't follow through, then destroy my self-confidence. Right? Like quit creating these arbitrary rules and goals. It's like all it does is set you up for failure to go pursue something that you don't actually care about accomplishing. And that's why I think most people struggle, and I think that that's what served me best in my journey. Granted, that might change once I start reaching new levels. It's like I'm just a dude who runs sometimes. But for me, that's what carries me through. So food for thought.
It is race day eve, and we are still home. Flying out later this afternoon to go down to Orlando. Just making today's breakfast. Oh, this might be an over pour today, not a perfect pour. Oh shit. Rule today: not allowed to be hungry, not allowed to be thirsty, and to pound carbs, water, and electrolytes. Legs feel pretty fresh. I have a massive bowl of fried rice that I'm going to be taking down. Breakfast of champions. And we're feeling decent. Feeling a little paranoid. Oh, you hear that in my throat? Did you hear that, Jared? Problem is, we have sick boy McGee over here. Look at him.
Hi.
Through security and off to Orlando. Look who I'm bringing with me. Look who snuck in my suitcase.
Well, the suitcase was big enough to fit me,
That's
so.
right. Alright, airport snacks. We got the beef jerky. We got a Kind bar. We got an RX bar. And of course, the most important of all, the electrolytes. I think I've already had a gallon of water today. I might spend this flight in the bathroom. The goods have been secured. Bam, 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 bam. Let's see here. Ready to go.
All right, how are the new shoes?
I feel amazing. First time you put these on, they're so bouncy. Fresh foam. Ready to go.
The chair was able to bag
All right, race complete. Showed up, got it done. Feeling good. Feeling good, not a whole lot else to report. That was a great race, well organized. A lot of people came out. Compared to Coney Island. Course was super flat.
Who came out?
Compared to Coney Island.
Mom came out.
All right. Race complete.
Yep.
Nap taken.
Yep.
Food
Football game,
eaten.
watch.
Football watched. Time for
it's
some
time to
dinner. Oh, it's a party. All right, we're partying apparently. Oh boy. Can we take all this down? Race day or not, you better believe we're taking the stairs. Day after race day, still doesn't matter. We're taking the stairs. Wow, end of the last day. What a turn of events we have here. Somebody's turned to the escalator dark side, but not me. Filet and mashed potatoes for dinner, pizza and pasta for second dinner. Time to recap the race. It was a hell of a race. I am now home and have a lot of thoughts. It was a hell of an effort. Great race. I mean, I've been on a really good roll now. You know, Air Force Marathon, crushed. Coney Island Half Marathon, crushed. Long Beach Marathon, crushed. And now the Celebration Half Marathon, crushed. We're on a good roll. It's interesting because I wasn't like really building for this race for a long time. I think it was probably like three and a half weeks ago. My coach was just like, hey, I want you to run a half marathon at the end of the year to like just do all out effort, set a baseline for how we can build into the Eugene Marathon coming up in April. And I was like, okay, cool. But then it started getting really, really cold here. Well, it's been really cold. And I didn't want to run it in Ohio. So I ended up booking the race down in Florida. Just knock it out there. And it was cool. Got to do a big organized race, you know, an official event, which is always better than just like running out on your own. But I didn't have a whole lot of time to prep, so I didn't really know what I was going to be capable of doing. I didn't really know where my fitness was at exactly. I wasn't building towards it for a long time. And my coach John Mott with Runners Fix Coaching. By the way, reach out to him. Hit me up if you want contact details. He's a beast. He's actually competing in the Olympic trials for the third time next weekend. He threw out the goal time of running sub hour 30. And my big goal that I've been chasing, and I'm really going after this year, is to run a 3-hour marathon, sub 3 hour. So when he said an hour 30 half, I was stoked. I was like, fuck yeah. But also like, I had no idea if I could really do it. And he's like, maybe depending on weather, stuff like that. So race went really well, surprisingly. My legs felt extremely strong, and I ran like 6:50, 6:45 for a lot of that race. It was tough, man. It was tough. I've been having stomach issues for the past week or so, and that really hurt me during the race. But I think that I've just gotten to a point where it's like, that's why I race. I love that. Right? That's what I'm chasing. So in those tough miles, I just think to myself, like, this is what I'm here for. Like, this is why you sign up for this. When it becomes mental, when your whole body's in pain, but your legs have the strength and you have the cardio to just keep pushing and keep pushing and keep pushing. Now, granted, for me, it's a lot easier to do that in a half marathon than a full, but at the same time, you're also putting a much bigger effort in terms of paces that you're pushing. Anyway, I ended up running sub an hour 30. Official chip time was an hour 29:15. So I'm super stoked about that. I'll go ahead and put the splits up here on the screen. 6:44, 49, 6:42, 46, 48, 45. So really consistent, all well below 6:50. Then I ran back-to-back 6:52s, back-to-back 6:40s, 6:51, 49, 48, 18. So I mean, I was pretty consistent overall with the paces. My heart rate, though, was screaming the whole race. I mean, according to my Garmin, my average heart rate was 185 over the course of that whole race. Like, I was practically redlining for an hour and a half, it felt like. But anyway, we got it done. It was a big confidence boost for heading into the rest of this year and being able to run sub 3 hours. And I'm stoked. After the race, got to chill at Universal, so spent the day in the parks, which was a blast. Been down there a few times now, and then packed up and came back home today. So anyway, hell of a week. If you want to keep following the journey, be sure to subscribe.